Dorothy Miller from Wisconsin had given up hope on getting her missing stimulus money from 2021. She thought the window had closed forever when she didn't receive the full $1,400 payment that most Americans got during the pandemic. Then, in January 2025, she opened her mailbox to find an unexpected check from the IRS for exactly that amount. What Dorothy didn't know was that she was one of over 1 million Americans who were about to receive automatic payments from the government, and there's still more money available for those who know how to claim it. If you're wondering whether you might be eligible for these IRS payments, or if you've heard rumors about larger stimulus checks coming your way, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Golden Money channel. We're about to reveal the truth behind these payments and help you understand exactly what money might be heading your way in 2025. The story of stimulus payments in 2025 is more complex than many people realize, and there are several different types of payments that have been causing confusion across the country. The most legitimate and immediate payments are those that the IRS has been automatically sending to people who missed claiming their recovery rebate credit on their 2021 tax returns. These payments represent real money that was legally owed to eligible Americans, but somehow got overlooked during the chaos of the pandemic years. Understanding how these payments work requires us to go back to 2021. When the American Rescue Plan Act authorized the third round of economic impact payments, commonly known as stimulus checks, most eligible Americans received these payments automatically, but some people fell through the cracks. Perhaps they moved and didn't update their address with the IRS, or maybe they weren't required to file taxes that year and didn't realize they needed to claim the credit manually. Whatever the reason, these individuals were entitled to up to $1,400 per person, but they never received it. The IRS discovered this problem when they analyzed their internal data and found that approximately 1 million taxpayers had failed to claim the recovery rebate credit on their 2021 tax returns, even though they were eligible for the payments. Rather than requiring these people to go through the complicated process of filing amended returns or waiting for them to discover the mistake themselves, the IRS made the decision to automatically issue these payments starting in December 2024. Take the case of James Rodriguez from Texas, who worked construction jobs throughout 2020 and 2021. His income was low enough to qualify for the full stimulus payment, but he had moved several times and never received the check. When he filed his 2021 taxes, he was overwhelmed by the forms and didn't understand that he needed to claim the recovery rebate credit to get his missing stimulus money. In January 2025, James received an automatic payment of $1,400 from the IRS, money that he had been entitled to for over 3 years. These automatic payments are being sent based on the information the IRS has on file from taxpayers' most recent returns. If you provided direct deposit information on your 2023 tax return, the money will be deposited directly into your bank account. If the IRS only has your mailing address, they'll send you a paper check. The payments have been processed throughout early 2025, and most eligible recipients should have received their money by now. But here's where the story gets more interesting, and where some of the confusion about larger payments comes from. The $5,000 figure that's been circulating online and in social media posts refers to a completely different type of payment that has been the subject of much speculation and misinformation. These rumors center around something called the DOGE stimulus checks, which are supposedly connected to the Department of Government Efficiency and various proposed government spending reforms. The reality is that these $5,000 DOGE payments are not confirmed or approved by the IRS or any other government agency. They represent a proposal that has been discussed in various political and policy circles, but as of June 2025, no legislation has been passed authorizing such payments. The confusion arises because legitimate news sources have reported on these proposals, but many people have misunderstood these reports as announcements of actual approved payments. Maria Gonzalez from Florida learned this lesson the hard way when she received what appeared to be an official notice about a $5,000 stimulus payment. She had read online that these payments were being distributed to families who met certain income requirements, and the notice she received looked official enough to be believable. However, when she called the IRS to inquire about the payment, she discovered that the notice was part of a scam designed to steal personal information from people hoping to receive government money. The scam letters and emails about $5,000 stimulus payments have become increasingly sophisticated, often using official-looking letterhead and language that mimics genuine IRS communications. These fraudulent communications typically ask recipients to provide personal information, bank account details, or social security numbers to verify eligibility for the payments. The IRS has issued multiple warnings about these scams, reminding people that they will never ask for personal information via email or unsolicited phone calls. What makes these scams particularly dangerous is that they prey on people who are genuinely struggling financially and hoping for government assistance. The scammers understand that many Americans are facing economic challenges and are naturally interested in any opportunity to receive additional financial help from the government. They exploit this vulnerability by creating convincing-looking documents and using urgent language to pressure people into providing their personal information quickly. However, there's still legitimate money available for people who qualify. And this is information that everyone needs to understand clearly. The recovery rebate credit can still be claimed by people who haven't filed their 2021 tax returns, but the deadline is approaching quickly. If you never filed a 2021 return and believe you might be eligible for stimulus money, you need to act soon because the window for claiming these credits is limited. The eligibility requirements for the recovery rebate credit are based on your income and filing status for 2021. Single filers with adjusted gross income of $75,000 or less were eligible for the full $1,400 payment. The payment phases out for higher incomes and disappears completely for single filers with income above $80,000. For married couples filing jointly, the full payment was available for those with income of $150,000 or less, phasing out completely at $160,000. Families with qualifying children could receive additional payments of $1,400 per child. Consider the situation of Robert and Linda Thompson, a retired couple from Ohio who didn't file a 2021 tax return because their income was too low to require filing. They were eligible for a combined payment of $2,800 as a married couple, but they never received it because they didn't file a return claiming the credit. If they file their 2021 return before the deadline, they can still claim this money, but they need to act quickly because the opportunity won't last forever. The most important thing for people to understand is that the IRS will never ask you to pay fees or provide personal information to receive money that you're legitimately owed. If you believe you're eligible for the recovery rebate credit, you should file your 2021 tax return through official channels or contact the IRS directly using the phone numbers and websites listed on their official communications. Be extremely cautious of any unexpected communications claiming to offer you thousands of dollars in stimulus money, especially if they ask for personal information or upfront payments. The confusion around stimulus payments in 2025 highlights the importance of getting information from reliable sources and understanding the difference between confirmed government programs and speculative proposals. While the automatic recovery rebate credit payments are real and have been distributed to over 1 million Americans, the larger $5,000 payments that have been discussed online remain unconfirmed and should be treated with skepticism until official announcements are made by authorized government agencies.